It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, February 18. It's 2019 at 7 a.m.
It's a little chilly this morning.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's chilly, all right.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's chilly.
Chilly times 4.
It was 21 when I left the house.
It's still 21.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
cold.
I thought it was warming up. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. Heat wave here.
They pay him to do his own thinking?
That'd be a blank check. Is he drinking smart water?
Nah, he's on that bubbly.
I'm on the bubbly.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis, our director, engineer, and what else? Director,
Boss.
Boss.
I'm just here.
He the
And
boss.
Bob Recktenwald doing sports today. Hope everybody had a fun weekend. Enjoy a good weekend.
We did. I did. We had the wrestling tournament.
That's right.
We'll talk about here in a little bit. The
here in
state
the sports
tournament.
section.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that. We had a really good turnout.
No, good. Well, I guess we need to start doing some plugs on some ads here. I'm enjoying Brood Awakening Coffee. Hope you do the same thing. Brood Awakening Coffee, best coffee in town. As you heard Jacqueline say in the introduction, 3 locations to serve you. Balmer Boulevard, which coming up at 7:02 already, is going to be kind of busy between now and time school starts. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, and of course 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. Brood Awakening Coffee, Mike and his staff do a great job. And the different blends, the mochas, the lattes, the espressos, you name it, they've got it. And he's got a menu board that's as tall as these lights out here. You know, just what blend do you want? Here, and you can check anything you want. You know, so you drive up and get the big menu board.
One of these days, Bob will get a cinnamon roll.
Yeah, he's just got to hit us on the right day.
There.
Step 1, I have to remember to go buy some. Anyway, check out Brood Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Best coffee in town. Mike and his gang do a great job. So check them out. And of course, the morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas, right here in Mountain Home. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. And 29 Roller Funeral Homes in the state to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. So Roller Funeral Homes. And we talked about this. Bob had a client that says, you need to tell Dale, talk about pre-planning. So we brought Bruce and Charlotte in from Roller. And there's things they can discuss that we don't even think about. You know, whether it's a long anticipated passing of loved one that's been ill or an emergency situation, they're there to help, they're to serve, and they care. So check them out. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, right here in Mountain Home on Highway 5 North. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, homeless, addicted, abused, bullied, all of these issues sound horrible, and some of us think these things won't ever affect our family or loved ones, but it does. Right here in North Arkansas, Southern Missouri, we are dealing with these problems. Yes, we have homeless, we have addiction issues, plus those are there here that are bullied and abused, and even some commit suicide over these problems. But Lord, I pray you help us to know how to help and who to help. But, oh my, we might see something unpleasant or even get dirt on our hands. To some, that's worse than someone suffering. My prayer today is you give us wisdom, give hope to those who are in need, and teach us to find those in need. That's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring you morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, right?
You got it.
All right.
Now, da, da, da.
Oh, man. What'd you think? Do it again. I cleared my sinuses a bit. Mm-hmm.
Try to get Bob to do that.
Can you do it?
No.
Why not?
I don't want to.
Bob over there goes, that's it.
Not happening.
Snort. Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11.
It's Monday. It's
Sure had a
Bill's
great
favorite
breakfast Saturday
day.
morning.
Did you?
Yeah, good time.
No, old time.
Oh, that's right.
There you go.
Good time at Old Time. How's that?
Well, Monday's one of your favorite days. Of
I'm
course,
gonna be
it's
there.
chicken fried steak
I'm
day.
going to be there. Yeah.
Get chicken fried steak, eggs, hash browns, or biscuit and gravy,
Yep.
all for $6.88. Or for lunch, chicken fried steak.
I was down there last Monday having the special, and some folks sit just, always sit at the same table when it's available. And some folks says, we just don't know what to get. And I forget who the waitress was. Well, we got some special. Well, how? I said, it's great. She said, okay, 2 of those. So where's my commission check? I sold 2 of them. But all kidding aside, best lunch, best breakfast in town. Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain on Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday to 11 a.m. So, it's Saturday morning. Of course, it was cold and drizzly and just kind of yuck, Come down, have a cup of coffee, nice hot breakfast, and just, you don't have to be in a hurry. I mean, I was dinner with my friend Brad Skyver, and if y'all start getting busy, really, really busy, where they're waiting on the sidewalk, then of course we ain't gonna hang around for an hour and a half, 2 hours. But other than that, it's just fun time to sit and visit.
Yeah, we get a lot of people just come in, grab a cup of coffee, say hi to a few people they know.
Remember the old roadside cafes?
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to travel Highway 67 out of St. Louis and Highway 66, US 66, Route 66 they call it. We used to have a bunch of those little highway cafes. You come and get they used to call them a greasy spoon, get hamburger, french fries, and a Coke for
How about that weather?
Huh? Do what?
You make me hungry. How about that weather?
Bob is hungry. Okay.
Bob's hungry. He just want to get out of here.
He'll probably go to Wendy's or something. Morning weather, budget by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. I want Scooter to throw this up on the screen. This is the forecast map for Tuesday at 5 p.m. and it says stormy weather for Mississippi Valley and South. Now, this is from Weather Nation, which is Weather Nation TV. And you can see over the northern Arkansas, it's kind of pink, indicates kind of a freezing situation here, but rain and possibly some heavy rain. And another concern is around the Memphis area, all the way over to Nashville and Chattanooga, Tennessee, and even around Charlotte, North Carolina. Some rain showers over here in southeast Tennessee. They're showing a little bit of possibility of freezing rain. Take that with a grain of salt. I mean, that's just a forecast map. I'm just bringing it to the attention of the folks. So anyway, we'll get to our actual forecast in a minute. Right now, Mountain Home, we're at 21 degrees. Harrison's at 19, 24 at Hardy. It's 25 at Mountain View. Yellville at 23. Marshall at 25. Calico Rock at 21 around the region. St. Louis is at 28. Poplar Bluff at 25. 19 at Branson, 20 at West Plains, and -2 in Watford City, North Dakota. Not much on the radar right now. We'll start on the East Coast. We're just off of the East Coast from, from D.C. Looks like to be getting showers at Reagan International, possibly there in the Washington, D.C. area, and just off the coast all the way up to Maine. And then you see it curve up into Canada a little bit, just north of New York, swirls back into Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. Nothing right now in Arkansas, Missouri, a little bit in Louisiana, Mississippi. It crosses the river right there. Oklahoma, Kansas, and parts of Colorado, Arizona, Nevada, maybe a little bit in California. But California's really been, they're either flooding or burning, if they're, anyway.
It's Trump's fault.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot, yeah. State of Arkansas looks clear at this time. All the highways are in good shape. 62, 412 east-west, 65 north-south, Little Rock, Branson. Little Rock to Batesville and Poplar Bluff on Highway 67, 167. Of course, they split. But anyway, Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, and 555 in Arkansas clear at this time. State of Missouri, we'll start off in the St. Louis area and see what we got. I-70, Columbia into St. Louis. Looks like it's in pretty good shape east of Vandalia and Effingham, Illinois. Interstate 64 from East St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon in good shape. Interstate 44, Rolla to St. Louis, and then coming in on I-55, Sykeston, Cape, on up into St. Louis on Interstate 55. You see Interstate 24 coming into I-57 at Carbondale in good shape from Paducah to Carbondale, Illinois. Paducah, Kentucky over there to Carbondale. Southwest Missouri will pick that up. It'll pick up parts of Oklahoma as well. Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, I-44, Lebanon looks like it's in pretty good shape. I-70, Kansas City to Columbia, Missouri. No problem there. You see Highway 63, West Plains to Jeff City in pretty good shape. Forecast map, not much for Arkansas right now, but I do anticipate a change between now and tomorrow. As you saw the first forecast map, all of this stuff right here that's in Arizona, New Mexico, the Panhandle of Oklahoma, Northwest Texas, into Kansas would be a winter weather advisory for the darker blue. This right here is a winter storm warning. So heed the call, folks. I'm not saying we're going to get plastered, but we do have that chance coming in.
It doesn't look like it's going to be a
Yeah,
lot that
yeah,
we're going to get. It'll be tomorrow, but it
Yeah.
doesn't look like it's going to. Looks like it's going to go from rain to a little bit of mixture and then back
Yeah.
to rain. So
Just beware. I was going over, let's see, it was about 4:30, quarter to 5 Saturday. I thought, oh, we had a pizza. I was heading over to Little Caesars. Man, on Cardinal Drive, it was sleeting like crazy Saturday
Yeah.
evening. It was something else. And it just didn't last long, but my goodness. For today, sunny today, high of 41. Tonight, a low of 26. Then tomorrow, we start off with a 30% chance of showers. Chance of wind remix, then rain, a high of 39. It goes from a 30% chance to a 100% chance. Tuesday night, the rain continues at 100%, then drops off to 50% chance as rain, then chance of rain. That's what it says right here. And then Wednesday morning, a 40% chance of showers and mostly sunny with a high of 50 on Wednesday afternoon, low of 28 Wednesday night. 48 on Thursday with a low of 33 and a high of 50 on Friday with a 20% chance of showers. Of course, the drought monitor in Arkansas was updated. Of course, there's no drought conditions in Arkansas or Missouri at this time. We've had a lot of rain. In I Drive Arkansas, I refreshed this earlier, and we still have the chance of water over some highways. Of course, this is the Delta region of Arkansas. Wherever you get the little blue X, it's going to indicate they have a water issue. On State Highway 50, St. Francis County, they have 2 lanes closed for 2 miles due to high water. Of course,
But it hadn't been updated since the 17th, so
should have been. They refreshed it about every 5 minutes.
click on it again. Last update.
No, yeah, sure enough, 17th, which was yesterday.
So
And they'll probably update it here in a bit, but and even over here just west of Blyville on 158. And for folks who don't know, this is very flat farmland. It's just, you spill a cup of water out of your window in your car and you're going to flood the area over there. It's just one of those deals. In the state of Missouri, we do have a little bit of light blue on Highway 63 between Kabul and Houston, and on 60 east going here. This is the split at Willow Springs. And then northern Missouri, it's mostly clear, but to be cautious because there could be some icy spots in that area. Wants to say use caution when traveling, be alert for slick conditions. Okay, so northern Missouri and a little bit between Kabul and Houston right here, and east from Willow Springs towards I'm going to say as far as Mountain View, Missouri. Over around Van Buren, Poplar Bluff looks like it's in good shape. Highway 67 going north, it's in pretty good shape. All right. Morning weather is brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best lunch, best breakfast in town, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 a.m. If you just need a hot cup of coffee and a place to sit down and think or visit, come on down to Old Time.
there you go.
What can we do to make him hungry?
Oh, all you got to do is talk about food, and Bob's hungry.
Really? Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 870-741-2883. Coming up on Saturday, March 16th, Movie in the Park, sponsored by the Mountain Parks and Recreation, will take place at the LC Salmons Youth Center. Activities start at 7:30 p.m. Inflatables in the gym. The movie Smallfoot will begin at dark. Movie in the Park is open to the entire community with free admission and activities along with complimentary popcorn. Other concessions available at additional charge.
I wonder if they renting blankets because it's going to be cold.
It is. It is.
I bet they took that in consideration, but spaghetti dinner coming up on March 4th, Monday, March 4th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. This benefits the Mountain Home Christian Academy Junior High's trip to Kentucky to the Ark Encounter. The trip will reinforce the knowledge that science may change, but God's words remains the truth. The spaghetti dinner is at Mountain Home Bible Church at 145 Pioneer Trail. It's a drop-in, so you drop in anytime between 5:30 and 7:30. Leave your donation, have some spaghetti and a lot of fun, and help out the Mountain Home Christian Academy Junior High. Coming up this Friday, yes, on the 22nd, the chili supper for the Mountain Home High School French Club takes place at Century 21 Lemac Real Estate Office from 4 to 7. You can have chili, dessert, bottle of water, and the proceeds are to raise funds for the French Club's trip to Quebec in 2020. So, and your daughter went on that and said had a lot of fun. And
Yeah, it's a great time. Something she'll remember for the rest of her life, and it's a little costly. So help support them and go out and grab you some chili and support one of the kids to go.
Yeah. Community counter, guys. What do you got? Anything coming up?
Well, we got some sports stuff, but we'll probably talk about that as we're coming up.
Coming up on 7:15 on this Monday morning. Bob Recktenwald Sports is next, so stick around. Be right back.
Best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
It's that time of year again. Time to take a hard look at your Medicare health plan. If you're looking for a new plan or looking to renew your existing plan, now's the time to renew all your options. At Bacco Insurance, we'll sit down with you and show you all the new choices and options, including $0 premium plans with low copays and dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Let us help take the confusion out of selecting a plan and find one catered to your needs. Contact Bacco Insurance today, located at 351 East 9th Street, Suite B in Mountain Home.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever?
$7:18. That is Monday. Time for Bob Recktenwald Sports.
Didn't know if he was going to get it out.
I was wondering if I need to look for the hand crank back here and crank you back up so he'd say something.
Like he was having a moment
It was that
there.
meaningful pause.
You know, he is of the age he has those senior moments.
You're getting there close too, buddy.
No, I'm a long way from you.
No, you're not.
Hey, we have the Mountain Home Bomber wrestling coach. I bet it's like wrestling some of them,
And you're blaming who?
Who? Swim coach, Hope Normandy. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you very much.
Good. Hey, what we normally do for a first-time coach is we find out who you are, where you're from, what you've been doing, and what do you do now. So let's start with, how long have you been in Mountain Home?
Since 1993.
But you have been a swim coach since?
1995.
95, okay. And you're married?
To Ed, yes.
Yeah. So you're married to Ed Normandy, who has Vax, etc.
Yep,
and
gorilla man.
Y'all had it a long time.
Yep.
With, what's the gorilla's name?
Buttercup.
Buttercup. I was just seeing if he had a clue. Yeah. And how long have you been, I know you were a volunteer coach for a long time. Are you still, or are you a certified teacher coach now?
I do not teach.
You do not teach?
100% volunteer all the way.
Okay. And have been since day one, is that right?
Have been since day one. Yeah. That works out best for me.
Who is your designated teacher coach? Don't they have to have a designated?
They don't have to, but this year we have Kathy Wham, who teaches math.
Oh, okay, good deal. All right. In the swim program in Mountain Home, they've had a lot of success over the years. I know when we moved back here in '95, my daughter started swimming. I'm going to guess probably '96 or '7, and swam with you, and we're competitive swimmers, and loved it. What age group does that actually start for the high school?
Okay, for the high school we start in 9th grade.
In the 9th grade, okay. But there is the Hurricane swim team.
That's our feeder program that my daughter and I started, and that starts, they have to complete kindergarten and goes through age 18, and that's in the summer from June to July.
From June and July, and they swim at the Mountain Home City Pool.
Yes, at Cooper Park.
Do they get competitive at that age?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Do you have swim meets that you travel them to?
We have swim meets every weekend that we go to. We go to Pocahontas, Batesville, Jonesboro, Heber Springs, Mountain View, and Paragould.
And when you do those swim meets with that young of swimmer, does their sign-up fee cover the expense to go, or is it just pay as you pay for what you want to participate in?
The meets are free, except for the last meet of the season, and that.
Okay. Do they have a? Is there an end of the season goal? Is there a state tournament for the Hurricane team?
Yeah, the Hurricanes have a finals meet, and that's at the end of July, and they have to swim in 3 meets in order to compete in it. There's no time qualifications, and the kids look forward to it, and it's a big party.
Okay. Well, what's your background? What got you started in swim?
I always swim. My mom was a lifeguard in Chicago way back in the day, and my high school coach went on to become an Olympic coach, and I've always loved the water. And when we moved to Mountain Home, we had to pick a sport for my daughter, and she couldn't catch or throw, so by default we fell back into this. And I've gone on to several schools, and I've got my training level up to American Swim Coaches Association level 2.
What part of Chicago did you swim in?
North Shore, Deerfield.
Okay.
I was pre-Title IX, not competitive.
Oh, okay. So it was a club sport then? Is that the way they classify it?
Yes.
Okay. How long has it been a competitive sport in Mountain Home School District?
I believe since 1987, 88. They swam at the Ramada. They swam at Lake Norfolk Inn. They swam in someone's indoor pool.
Really?
Until Scuba Doo opened up in 93.
Is that right? I never knew that. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Did you know that, Dale?
What?
He's on his phone. Ignore him.
Yeah, we do normally. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the swim historian for around here. So.
I guess. Yeah. So, with the Hurricane, it intrigues me that you can teach a kindergartner how to swim and do it competitively.
Well, they come to us. They have to swim one length of the pool unassisted. So, underwater, on top of the water, we don't care. And we take them from there through the 4 strokes.
How many kids participate in that feeder program in a
usually
season?
Anywhere around 80 to 90.
80 to 90 young swimmers. Wow. Wow.
Ooh.
And you do that at the city pool, or do you still use the Ramada?
At the city pool.
Wow. It's amazing that you've got that many swimmers. It just boggles my mind that, first of all, it'd be like herding mice. You know, just trying to keep them all gathered up. But
well, we have a lot of coaches.
Oh, okay.
And so we're divided off by different coaches for different lanes.
How many assistant coaches do you have with the Hurricane?
Usually we have 5, and then we have junior coaches who help them.
Okay.
So we have a lot of hands on deck with the little ones.
The junior coaches are normally your high school swimmers, maybe?
High school swimmers, or yeah.
Okay. How many different classifications of, I know there's the backstroke and the butterfly and the breaststroke, and how many of those do they actually compete in high school?
In high school?
Yeah.
We compete in all. There's freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, and then the individual medley. which is all 4 strokes in a combination.
Okay. And the distances are?
In high school, starts at 50 and goes up to 500.
Oh my gosh. Not only are you wet, you're tired.
Yeah. We have trouble training for the 500 because Scooby-Doo is small. And we don't have a lot of space, and we have 24 or 25 in the pool at once. So we can't really focus on distance, so we are a sprint team.
Why is swim a winter sport?
You'd have to ask AAA.
Because it's the newest one, let's just put it in the wintertime?
No, it's always been in the winter.
Really?
Yeah. It's in the winter in a lot of states. So.
With no indoor facility, it's, I mean, normal, a good sized facility, it would be terrible.
Well, at least we don't live in Minnesota, so.
There is a bright spot.
They do call that ice crawl up there instead of swim, I think.
They call that a polar bear plunge.
Yeah, if you can get through the ice.
Scooby-Doo is the warmest place in Mountain Home in the winter because of that heated pool. So I really look forward to going there.
Yeah, I bet. Hey, let's take a quick break. We'll come back with Coach Hope Normandy. We'll talk about the high school team and see where we've been and where we're going.
Notice every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
We're back with Bomber swim coach Hope Normandy. So let's talk about Bomber swim team. How many girl swimmers and how many boy swimmers do you have?
We have 13 active girls swimmers. We have 1 on injured reserve, and then we have 11 active boys.
Okay. And they'll range from 9th grade to 12th grade?
Yes, they do. We have 10 freshmen this year.
10 freshmen. Wow. That is a young team with hopes you'll be able to carry that forward?
Yeah, they're going to really boost us up in the coming years.
Do the majority of those kids swim with the Hurricane?
A large amount. We have 3 who are totally new to swim who came in.
And how they do? I mean,
one of them has done all strokes legally. The other 2 are coming along with that, so I'm hoping that they swim this summer and then develop their skills as they move forward.
Good deal. Your high school team, how many meets do they go to each year?
We're allowed to go to 10 regular season meets, and the boys are undefeated in conference on that. And then we have our district meet where the boys won and the girls were second, and now we're going to state.
When is your state meet?
This Saturday.
In
Russellville.
In Russellville.
They have a new pool.
They have a new pool. Well, is it a school pool or is it
There are no
city?
school pools in the state of Arkansas.
No school.
The last known school pool was Mount St. Mary's, which had a 20-yard pool. That closed long ago.
She is the swim. She knows it.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah. You on it? She got it. All you got to do is ask.
No doubt in my mind.
We talked a little bit off camera about multi-sport athletes, and you said you had some come over from cross country. Are there other sports that feed into swim?
Sometimes, we've had football in the past and volleyball and tennis, golf.
What makes a good swimmer?
Just someone who's willing and who enjoys the water. They have to enjoy the water. Some people just don't. And
swim would not be a good sport to be in if you don't like the water.
If you don't like the water, and that willing to be coached and follow the instructions. And we've had a great group this year. It's been easy to coach them. They've all improved. I'm just overwhelmed by how great this team and their attitude. They help each other. So this is a really good year going on.
So your boys were conference champs this year?
Yes, they were.
And your girls were?
Second.
Runner-up?
Mm-hmm.
How often does that happen?
The boys had a series where the divisions change, but the divisions stayed the same, and we won 11 years in a row. And then they threw us in with 7A, and then they decided we're not going to be 7A, and we're not going to be 6A, so this is new this year. So we're starting a new tradition.
So now you're in the 5A blend.
Now we're in 5A blend.
Okay. I've got a great nephew down in Batesville that swims for Batesville.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe he's 8th grade. But he loves it. He really enjoys it. So
Batesville has a new pool too.
Really?
10 lane.
10 lane?
Mm-hmm.
Full length?
Mm-hmm. 25 yards.
25 yards.
Yep.
Think we can ever get that done here?
As soon as I win the lottery.
And then you probably still have somebody gripe about that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. The swim team will go Saturday to Russellville. Boys and girls compete at the same time.
Yes.
Okay. And you'll go on Friday and swim all day Saturday?
We're going to go on Friday, and then Saturday our warm-ups are at 8 a.m. and competition starts at 10 a.m. We have several swimmers who are seated in the top 3, so we're hoping for some really good points. Can
you drop some names, or are you feeling like you should?
We have Hudson Pace. He's really worked hard. He's a junior. We have Maddie Lynch, who's a freshman. And we have Joya Traver, who's also a freshman. So, and then
now she's got inside lanes to that pool, doesn't she?
Well, yeah, she's a water baby.
Yeah,
and that born at Scuba Doo.
Yeah,
and then I'm waiting for her sister Pika to come up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Bella Bevel. She's a multi-sport girl.
She's a softball player.
She does softball, she does track, and she does cross country.
Okay.
And she does swim, and she made a state qualifying time this year for the first time and made Athlete of the Week. So
it's exciting to know that we have such options for the kids, and I never realized it went all the way back to 87. That's a long time.
It is a long time, and we don't let cost to be a prohibitive thing for them. The Bomber Booster Club is good about supporting them and paying for suits or whatever that the kids need, so they're not put out that way.
Do you do any fundraisers for the swim team?
We do. We try and do a good fundraiser every other year, and we usually raise a couple $1,000s in that.
And the season for swimming starts October?
You can practice anytime, so technically we could continue, but we start our active practice in October because of the cost of the pool, and then we start competitive season in November, which ends with the state meet in February.
Do you still swim at the Jones Center?
Yeah, we just went over there.
And Siloam Springs has
the college pool.
Okay.
Pocahontas built their own pool.
Wow.
Clarksville has their own pool.
Wow. Take heed.
And Heber Springs has their own pool.
So you have pretty much a general circuit that you swim in every year?
Yeah, well, we go to Little Rock, to UALR. We like that. We like going down to Hendricks to see the college, hoping that one of our athletes or two of them will sign on with that team. It's a Division III.
I was just going to ask about that. Is there any further they can go out of high school?
Yes, and Division II is available over at Henderson. I know the coach down over there really well. And, you know, we have Maddie Lynch is looking at being a Division I swimmer. She broke school records this year walking in. So she's got 3 more years of great stuff ahead of her.
Wow.
And Joy is not far behind her, so we'll see what happens.
Have you had students go on to college and swim already?
Yes. We had, like, Jake Eichmann went to Hendricks. My daughter swam at Austin College, and her breaststroke records are still holding up there.
Wow.
Our 100 butterfly record holder current, Aaron Lewis, swam for a year down at Henderson.
Good deal. Do you stay in touch with your alumni?
I see them all over town and on Facebook, and yeah, and we hit them up on the fundraisers.
There you go. Do they come back and help you coach any?
Sometimes they come back and help visit. And that they're all busy and that in college or with families of their own. And I just saw Eric Crouch, who's our current breaststroke holder in the males, and he was .07 away from losing it to Hudson Pace at district, and Hudson swimming it at state, so that record might go down.
And he's what grade?
Hudson is a junior.
He's a junior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good deal. What else do you want to tell us about the swim team?
The swim team is a group of kids who get together, have a lot of fun, work really, really hard. They help each other out, and they're more than willing to help train the new people. It's a welcoming atmosphere, and we have no bench sitters. Everybody participates.
Everybody plays. That's good. Let's go back to the hurricane for a minute. How does a new family just moved into the area get involved with the hurricane?
Okay, we have a website, www.mhhurricanes.com. They can call me at 870-404-2128 or stop by the vacuum store at 217 South College Street. We're going to have sign-ups March 28th at Nelson Wilkes Heron from 5 to 7 and March 30th at Mountain Home Bible Church from 9 till noon.
What about funding for it? What does it cost for
It's $100 for your first child and $85 for the second.
Okay.
They do not have to buy a team suit. They can swim in anything that they have. So there's really no other major costs other than goggles and maybe a cap.
Okay. And that's the Mountain Home Hurricane. Who's the main help with that for coaching? Like say you've got 5 or 6.
Well, Mary Norris retired from it. So I have Rick, I can't think of his last name right now. Rick Kaiser, that's right. He's my entry-level coach. And then Olivia Norris, Mary's daughter, is going to coach with us this summer. And usually we have Tess Russell, and I'm looking to fill in on 2 other lanes.
Good deal. Scooter, any questions?
No, I think it's awesome. I mean, my son loves swimming. The only problem is it's a winter sport and runs while he's doing the wrestling. Unfortunately.
The stamina. You have to have, in wrestling you have to have that stamina. In swimming you have to have that stamina. How do you build that? I mean,
they come in and they're not able to swim 25 yards without huffing and puffing. But we do workout sets.
I couldn't run from the goal line to the 25-yard line without.
Can you? You'd have a hard time getting to the front door.
But we do what we do a progression where we build them up, and then we add in using equipment such as swim fins, which makes it a little easier. And by the end of the season, they're all ready to swim a 500 competitively.
Wow. So maybe we need to roll some of these wrestlers over to swim for a little bit.
Well, I had one boy go into the Navy, and he took diving, and he said they yanked the regulator out of his mouth when he was down there for 3 minutes, and he said, I swam under Coach Hope. It was no problem.
Really?
So, yeah, he knew how to relax and
just chill.
Yeah, just chill under the water.
Wow.
So now, let's talk a little bit. We've got the wrestling coaches here, plus the swim coach. So to build the stamina, swimming and the wrestling, combine that into a third sport. Football.
Underwater battling?
Soccer.
Is that what you want to call it?
Yeah, underwater basket weaving. Here we go.
But, Scooter was saying one time his boy was ill, but yet he had a match on the mat. That inner thrust overcame the illness, and I think he won that. He was so sick he had to crawl off the mat.
Yeah.
Remember that? So there's that stamina. There's that drive. Same thing in swimming. So you build this up. Can either or both combined work towards, let's say, the football field, soccer field, perhaps, that stamina? Because if you've ever played soccer, it never stops. I mean,
soccer never stops, and then we have track.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them go into that. And any general exercise for the kids, you know, on top of what they normally don't do, is good for them. Because we have some that are basic couch potatoes, and they come in and we do a weight program that is designed to prevent injury, and we've been very low in injury rate. I've been very blessed in that I had someone write it who knows swimming. And while we don't run, because our time is very limited, I would like to add running into their program too, but I get them in from cross country, and a lot of them like to run on their own too. So.
But other than working with weights, working in the gym for the upper body, I see the wrestling, I see the swimming as a whole body. Because when Scott was talking about his son, you've got the guy on the mat, so you got to tell us about the leg and foot placement to keep your stance,
keep your balance, and then that's the thing. I mean, you're talking about, you know, stamina and balance,
but then you got to have the upper body strength, because you could have the best stance.
And a lot of that's in conditioning. Like she said, she doesn't require you be able to go 500 when you start, but if you got to make a lap of a pool without any assist, if I recall right, and then they're going to start on you, stair stepping you and building you into being able to do that. I mean, it just takes time.
I see both sports as being a full body conditioning.
Yeah.
Oh yes, definitely.
The only thing I wish is they weren't going on at the same time.
Ours is focused core building, because we start from the strength comes from the core, and in swim we do a lot of rotation work, and that comes from your core, because you're turning on your side while swimming. You don't swim on your stomach, and backstroke you don't swim on your back. So you're doing a lot of rotation from side to side, and you need a really strong core to keep a really strong straight line to have less drag going on.
Right.
So we really start off heavily working abs and doing all that.
Do you have on the block schedule, they have block time for a swim?
No, we do not. Coach Husky was working on doing something with that. I think it's looking forward. We swim after school from 4 to 5:30 at Scuba Doo, and then we do weights Monday and Friday mornings, 6:45 to 7:15, and then we do after school weights on Wednesday. So right now we're off of doing weights because we are in taper.
What's your best time for a 500?
Our best is a 5:30, 5:55 is a good time for them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Katie Ledecky does it in a 4:30.
You got to think thin and swim fast, right?
You got to not be afraid of the distance. You have to embrace it, and some people are distance-minded. Not all will be great at it. My great sprinter is not great at distance.
Wow.
So you're talking 500 yards. Let's see, 1760 yards, I think, is a mile. So you're what? Just maybe is that a third of a mile? 500?
Yes, about
a third of a mile.
Yeah. In the summer at JOs, they swim miles. At Junior Olympics.
You have several that participate in Junior Olympics?
Yes, we do. We have always a good crop of kids going with our conference. And
what about the temperature of the water? You're in Mountain Home, you go to Russellville, maybe go to Batesville. Is the temperature of the water a factor, or is it all maintained?
It's not average.
Really?
Scuba Doo keeps it up because their largest population is older. And then we go to a competitive pool, like a college pool, and it's 78 degrees and quite brisk for our guys. The temperature should be between 72 and 78 for competitive purposes, but city pools are unable to usually do that because their general population doesn't like it, and it's hard to drop a temperature in a pool. Can't just chunk some ice in it. It won't work.
It just doesn't help any.
Wow. Wow.
So what's the nicest pool you guys swim in?
Right now, I'm in love with Batesville. 10 lanes is just amazing. They have good deck space, so they can have a lot of people over there to see the kids swim. And it's close, so I really enjoy that.
If you've never been to a swim meet and you get a chance to go watch one, do it. It's different. It's very entertaining, and those kids have to be alert and ready to go because they have a whole armful of stuff that they have to do. And there's not a whole lot of people running around saying, "Okay, where's Joe Smith and where's Tammy Joe?" They have to know where they're supposed to be,
So
and they
there's a lot
have
of
to be
mental
there.
training as well.
Oh yeah, they've got to be alert and be ready to go.
Yeah, wow, interesting.
Hope, we appreciate your time. Thank you
thank
for
you.
coming out. Let us know. You've got my cell phone number. Let us know how you come out and state. We'll make mention of it next Monday.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you much. Scooter, take us away.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tagged retractable compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
And we're back at 7:49 on this Monday morning, holiday today, no stock market, no mail delivery, and so...
No banks, no mail. It's a good day.
Yeah, the holiday today?
What the heck? So, Scooter, the youth club wrestling went to their state match down in Russellville?
Yes.
Did you stop by the pool?
An outstanding... No. Did an outstanding job. We really did. I was very proud of our kids, even some of our newer ones. They just stepped up and competed at that level, and it was
How many
awesome.
kids did you take?
Took 17. We were supposed to have 18, but Kalen Fraunfelter, one of our good wrestlers that would have medaled in state, he ended up with the flu, and he went in, and they said he actually had it, so he could not go and compete, which kind of broke his heart.
I bet.
He's trained real hard for it, and he will be doing the Adidas Nationals as we go on. But so we ended up bringing 17, and we brought back 11 medalists.
17 with 11 medalists. That's pretty good.
We brought back some hardware.
Brought back some jewels, huh?
Got some individual names on accomplishments?
Yeah, you bet. You bet. I've got them listed right here. Let me pull them up here.
64% of your wrestlers medaled?
Yep.
It's pretty good. 65?
Did really well. Really well. The top 4 actually medal in the state competition. And on 4th place was Wesley Grunwald. He's 12 and under, 73 pounds. Michael Davis, new wrestler this year. He's at 14 and under, 113 pound. Damian Pendergrass, which is 14 and under, 126. So those were the 3 4th place. 3rd place we had 2.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Back up for a second.
Yeah.
Say that last name one more time.
Damian Pendergrass.
And he placed where?
He placed 4th.
Now, this is the kid we talked about at the beginning of the season, hadn't won a match for a long time.
He came in 4th.
No, he hadn't won a match till this year, and he's wrestled
I was trying to be nice.
Yeah.
But this year he has turned
he kept
it.
trying, and that's a good
He didn't
point.
quit. He's turned it on, and he has done a phenomenal job this year.
That kid, it was like somebody finally flipped the switch, and I'm telling you, he's turned it on, and all the stuff he's worked so hard to be able to do, it just started coming.
Yeah.
And to see him wrestle now, it's amazing. He's moving, he's turning, he's working the moves.
He won his first match ever at the King of the Mountain.
Yep.
And it was phenomenal. But he didn't get crazy with the win. He just kind of took it proudly and kept on going. And that's exciting.
Ever since then, he's just been every tournament stepping it up.
So I didn't mean to derail you, but
no, that was great. No, that's great. I love to see that. I mean, some kids just, they develop different and different timing, and he's one that's been doing it for a long time, and he kind of knew the moves and the stuff. It just wasn't all coming together as one package until all of a sudden the light switch went off, and he's been knocking it dead ever since.
That's
doing a great
amazing.
job for us.
Good.
We had 2 third-place finishers, Xavier Clark, which is 14 and under, 132, and Elijah Lag, which is 14 and under, 165. Second place, we ended up with 3 second-place finishers. Great finals battles. I mean, to go to state and make it in the finals is a feat. And you're going against some of the best, and they did a great job. Brody King, 6 and under, 40 pounds. Mason Schimmel, 10 and under, 70 pounds, and Austin Callies, 14 and under, 126. And then we ended up with 3 state champions this year, which is awesome. Awesome. They get this cool little ring, big, there's nothing little about it. It's a big ring, plus their medals and everything. But Hayden Walters, 12 and under, 110 pounds. He moved here at the beginning of the year from Iowa, and has done a great job for us. Mason Peterson, he's 6 and under, 40 pounds. And Peyton Smith, which is 6 and under, 43 pounds. So those 3 did an amazing job. Went all the way through to win the championships. I will list a couple names that did compete. They didn't make it to the top 4, but did an outstanding job. Malcolm Douglas was there, Zan Baker, Max Smith, Stephen Sturgis, Shane Rowden, and Miranda Jones. They did a great job for us, and they just didn't make it in the top 4, but they did some great wrestling, and I couldn't be prouder of how everybody did and how everything went.
How many of that bunch will go on to the Adidas Nationals?
There'll probably be just a handful of them. I'm guessing 6, maybe 8 of them.
Is that self-desire, or is that by invitation, or how is that picked up?
A little bit of both. When you look at the training and what we do at the youth group up prior to that, so up to state, we only push them so hard. We've got a lot of new kids, a lot of younger kids. Once the state's over, then our level of competition's got to change. We have got to train them at a different rate. We've got to push them harder. And not every kid is ready for that transition. I don't want to discourage them not to like wrestling, but if they're going to compete at the national level, they have to be prepared to compete at that level. Mm-hmm. And that means pushing some of these kids, close to their breaking point. And some of them like that level, some of them don't. So it's just kind of a touchy situation.
When is that?
That is going to be in April, I believe the second weekend in April or something like that.
Second weekend in April.
Yeah.
So what's next for high school wrestling?
High school is headed to state down in Little Rock. They'll be leaving out Thursday, and they'll wrestle all day Friday and Saturday. So hopefully most of them will continue on to Saturday because it is going to be in double elimination in most brackets. So they'll get at least a couple matches on Friday and then move on to Saturday. So,
will any of those kids participate in the nationals?
There's been some talk. Some of them want to. I have definitely opened the door if they want to go, that I will be going up there. Usually the high school wrestles now on Saturday at the nationals, and the youth will wrestle Sunday. So it'll just determine if we've got some that want to go, then I'll go up a day early and I'll coach them, and they'll do the training and everything just like the other kids and get ready for it. But yeah, there has been talk. There's a few of them that have been talking about wanting to do it, so I think that's great. They'll kind of transition over, and we'll practice all together from now till then.
Good grief. Sounds good.
The high school's a little bit easier because those kids are used to
a little more intense.
Yeah, competing with a little more intensity, and then the youth is, that transition's a little tougher.
Got any questions, Dale?
No, I've got NCAA basketball. Tennessee was beat by Kentucky. That may topple them from the number one position. They're now, 21-2?
Yeah, and Kentucky got beat by LSU last week, so that makes it really different.
And then Duke beat North Carolina State. So the standings right now, let's see, rankings right here. It looks like Tennessee is still ranked number one.
That'll change at noon today.
It'll change at noon today because they're 23-2, along with Duke. They've got a win streak of 9. Gonzaga with a win streak of 16. It looks like Virginia won 2 in a row. Kentucky, of course, they beat Tennessee.
Arkansas Razorback baseball went 3-0 over the weekend.
Oh, that's right.
They postponed their opener Friday to move it to Saturday. They did a doubleheader on Saturday.
Have you been to that stadium in Fayetteville?
Have not.
It's nice. I've been there. Yeah.
They've won both of the games on Saturday marginally, very, very big. They won the last game yesterday. I listened to it on the way home from over there, 3-2. So they're off to a very good start.
Good.
I believe next Monday we'll start Mountain Home Bomber baseball.
Wow, coming up.
The boys may have a game before that, but I know the girls will start. You and I will be there next Monday. So that's all I've got.
That's it. You got 2 more minutes. Fill it up.
Daytona 500 for race fans out there. The restrictor plates did it again. They've got the Daytona track and the Talladega tracks, your 2 biggest tracks, and they put restrictor plates on their carburetors. And all the cars are basically governed to run about the same speed, from about 195 to about 205 miles an hour. 10 laps to go. The guy's in the front row, second row, blows a tire, does this, takes out 15 cars, stops the race. 10 laps to go. So after about 30, 40 minutes, they restart the race. 7 laps to go. They take out 5 more cars. Stop the race again. It took about an hour to run 10 laps. 2 laps to go. Same thing happened. They took out 5 more cars. Restrictor plate racing. They, and
what's that got to do with the restrictor plate?
I was about to say, what does that have
the
anything?
Restrictor plate, it'd be like your truck and my vehicle and yours all having the same horsepower and the same throttle.
But what does that have to do with the accidents?
Because it keeps the cars side by side, and you don't have that extra punch to get around somebody. So you've got 25 cars side by side, and nobody can actually. They're all running about the same speed, and that causes those accidents like that. When one guy blows a tire, takes out a bunch. Anyway, coming up on about 30 seconds before 7 o'clock. Scooter, Bob.
Then it's not much of a race, then, is it?
No, it really spoiled it. It really was. That spoiled the whole thing. We got to run. See y'all tomorrow.